This is day one of building my company online. And yesterday I shared a Twitter about day zero. And day zero, I mentioned on that tweet that it was about strategy. I'm gonna answer all the questions that I created yesterday. But first, let me read you the post. Okay, day zero. Every founder remember day zero moment. The day an idea stops living quietly in your head and becomes a decision. The day you choose to build, knowing you may sacrifice time, comfort, sleep, and stability. The day when momentum replaces hesitation. But day zero is rarely about code. Day zero is about strategy. And for me, strategy holds three essential pieces: why, what, and how. And the video today that I'm doing is just to answer these three questions here for us. Okay, I do believe that with these three questions, with these three specific group of questions, you need to create yourself your questions and you need to answer yourself the questions. But in this case, I put this one for me. Why? Before committing to a single feature, I have to ask myself, why I'm taking this risk? Is fear? Is ego? Freedom? Opportunity? I do want to make an impact, or I want, or it's a mix of all. Why I'm willing to push through discomfort, uncertainty, and failure? Because you're gonna fail, that's for sure. Why does this product deserve to exist? This is another important question you have to ask. Why now? Why me? And why this problem? If you don't align the problem with yourself and with your situation, it's very hard to stick with that problem or with trying to solve that problem. I have to remember myself, building come with a cost, which most people forget about this. So you have to be aware about the cost financially, about the time, the cost that costs you, the time that costs you to build that product, and about the effort. And effort, they have different layers, right? So if the mission is shallow, the price will feel too high, believe me, and you will move away. I have moved away for many, many, many places for the same reason. So that's why I try to create this mental framework so I can go back in the future and align again my mindset. And most people don't do this. Most people don't do this. Why I'm putting my family through this journey with me? Are we aligned? Do they understand the vision? The stronger and clearer the why, the more unshakable the execution becomes. So I'm going to answer the why today. The why, I think the biggest why I have is fear. And I'm going to let you know why. Fear. It's highly probable that AI and quantum computing will solve most problems of humankind. Okay? But the problem is this. It will be a moment in the future, if it's not happening now, where jobs will be going down for us, for software engineer, okay, and we will have this time of plateau, right, when most companies don't hire anymore, where people cannot find any job, okay, and after that you will see the government, I don't know, doing something. They will push, and maybe the job opportunities outside, they will pick up a little bit. But I don't believe it will go to the same level that before, because AI is going to automate mostly everything. Okay, so for some time will be maybe like this, and after that, that's how I visualize in the future AI is gonna do with the job. I don't care if it's AI is gonna remove all the jobs. It's highly possible. Okay, but I have a lot of fear. You know why? Because this specific space here, this area here, the people that go through this space here, they're gonna be live through a lot of pain. And I do believe that the pain of not having money to actually pay your mortgage, to take your kids to take some ice cream, um, and all the pain that involves this time period here, it doesn't compare with the pain that you have to suffer when building a company. I really believe this. So this is the first reason, on my opinion, that triggers me to go through such a pain. Okay, I'm in a very comfortable situation right now, thanks God. okay, and I'm in a strong position, and still I'm pushing through myself to a lot of pain. I'm waking up every day at 5 a.m. Um, I haven't. I'm working more than 12 hours a day. I haven't spent that much time with my family even this week. I'm doing a lot of stuff because I also have to care for my family, and I have to use a job for that. So I don't want to feel this pain. All the pain, all the stuff that I'm doing right now, the pain that I'm feeling for that is not higher than this. Believe me, it's not higher. It's not going to be higher. So my motivation is fear today. And that's why I believe I will take here this time with you for longer. Okay, so let's continue with the other section. What? So once you clear the why, um, you have to create one strategy around it. You have to think, what path would you follow? Would you create MVPs as fast as possible and push them? Would you create distribution first? Would you focus on a big product which holds more risk, more time, but trying to get more revenue? Would you focus on audience first? So what problems are you solving? And this is the problem so painful that enough people can actively look for it. What pain do a user experience that I can eliminate 10x better than anything else? What is the exact moment of frustration that trigger a search for relief? What does success look like for the version one, or for you, or for the product? What is the small win that prove the concept? So you have to ask a lot of questions in this section. I'm not gonna answer all of them actually, but I do believe that just the fact to put the questions, it helps you and it makes you think, and it helps to trigger the conditional of your mind to actually step back and say, okay, what's my strategy? Okay, and what's my strategy? And this is my strategy. I'm gonna let you know what my strategy is. So we already talked about why. So we're talking about what. Okay, so my strategy is simple. I will start resolving the pain I have. Okay, I know that I'm good at two things. Okay, I know I'm good building software, and I know I'm good at trading. Okay, these are my two biggest skills um, are. So I'm a software engineer. So here in this section here, in this intersection here, um, something something has to be included here, which is systems. I cannot even write here. So here in the middle, we have systems, we have problems that you have. Sorry. Yeah, you have problems that you want to solve. Okay, and those problems are the problems that you have yourself. So this is how I go about it. Okay, so I'm a software engineer, and I like to build software, and I like trading. So I will find a way to find all my principal pains, all my pains, my own pains, my own pains, and I'm gonna start using software and merging these two areas of my life and trying to solve the problems. So most people here, they go for, but in my case I'm gonna do differently. Most people here, they just go to try to build a specific SaaS or whatever here in this area, but I'm gonna to automate everything that is painful and costs time for me right now. So the idea is to create systems that can run forever. I can maybe spend 3 months or 2 weeks, whatever the times, okay, building any product or this specific system, okay. But this system, I know when I spend the time with it and I solve the problem, that I have in my life as a founder, I will I will do I will get more leverage. So the idea here is to get more leverage by solving systems. Okay, that's the first phase of my mental model and my playbook. And I'm gonna show you right now what are the systems that I believe I have to build. So as a founder, okay, you have to content creation. You have to create this system. This is system one, content creation. Why? You need to create your audience, you guys. There is not other way. You need to create your audience. Or you either go when you're doing marketing, or you either do ads, or you go organic content marketing, which I believe is the most effective. But the thing is, it costs time and it's slow. Okay, that's the downside of content creation. So if you have a system, which I already started doing this one, I already started implementing this one. If you create a system around this idea and you spend less time, you can have more time to push products. Okay, so this is my first system that I have to solve. The other system that I want to solve is about idea and validation and product validation. So where this is a system where you easily can backlog all your ideas, but I need a system to backlog those ideas and actually analyze them and score them using RISE, using, I don't know, whatever type of method you want to use. But you need to make sure that you try to go, when you're going to build a product, you're going to build a product that has the higher probability of succeed. Okay, which you don't know, but at the end you have to use maybe some metrics to actually decide. You shouldn't go pushing every of on your own ideas to the marketplace, because you don't know if it actually is a problem that you actually want to stick with it. It's not only that the problem maybe is good or not, it's that you don't know if you're going to stick to solve that problem if the product MVP fails, for example. So why wasting 1 week on that? Okay, when you can maybe just use a product or build a product that you know actually cares for you, and you can push further than more than 1, 2, 3 months or whatever. Okay, so the other system, which is I believe is important, and most founders don't talk about this, but I'm a software engineer, so I have to create everything for myself. So it's about infrastructure. So you have to build all your infrastructure. You have to publish. You have to decide where to publish your products, how to publish them, how do you enable CI/CD, how do you go and protect that product, and add some layers of security. You have to decide this one. And for this one, you also have to create a system. Some people use Vercel, some others use just Lovable, and they publish over there. I'm a software engineer. I'm gonna use a different cloud provider with all the technical inclusions that I have, and I want to spend the time doing that because I know when I do that for the first product, I have the system and I can do it for all the other products. Okay, and after that, it's just about creating. It's just about creating MVP and launch. I do believe these are the most important, the four most important systems that you have to create, and they resolve the most important pains. Um, of course, you can go down there, but I don't know. I'm not gonna want to spend that much time here. So you can have other system for growing. You can have other system that depending of the company stage you will be caring about. But in my case, I think these are the four important systems that I have to solve. Okay, and this is related only with as a founder. But as a person, I also have another problem which also involves this second area, which is handling my portfolios. So that's what I believe I'm gonna to make this one too. I have 5 portfolios, okay, and I have to automate each of them. Why? Because basically the way I see it is this one helps you to make some money and this one helps you to keep it. okay, which is very important. You need to have a specific strategy to make money, another strategy to keep it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna explain you why I believe I see my trading and investing portfolios keep it. Most people they also see us make money, but I worry more about the downside here. So I will create a specific video on that one later. But any case, you have 5 portfolios, okay. I'm gonna explain you what are those portfolios, and I'm going to automate them here, um, online. So I have one for portfolio, which is um, my long-term account investing. I have one for swing trading, which I'm most active here. I have I have my real estate, and I want to have, which I don't have yet, is Bitcoin and futures. So this one will be fully automated, which I have to create a system for this one, which is my system 5, automated. All of them will be automated, I believe, except this one. All of them will, except this one. You can do a lot. I have a lot of good ideas here, but actually, I think you can automate all of them, and that's the goal. Automate all of the all of the portfolios that I have, so I don't delay more and more decision making process. I want to focus on this area. I want to focus on creating products, but I still have to keep this one. Okay, moving on. For 2 reasons, I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy doing quant finance. So, and I also learn a lot when doing it. And it's very hard problems that you have to solve here, and I learn a lot when doing that. So that's the whole idea. That's the in simple ways, that's the what. Okay, and I believe I also answered the how here. But let me just read you the how. Only after the why and what are clear do I move into the how. How I build the smaller version that deliver real value. How can I simplify the path from idea, usable product, first feedback, and loops, landing pages, color reach, whatever. So I just answer the what, but also in some sense I just got inspired and I answered the how. Basically, I told you the how is simple. You solve your own problem first, okay? Solve your own problems. Don't focus if you don't. This is my opinion, guys, and you let me know if I'm wrong or right. Don't solve any other problem without solving your own problems. Why are you gonna do that? Your problems are the most important thing for you. There is no other way you're gonna care more about other people's problems. It's embedded in you. Just you're human. So solve your own problems. Create the systems that remove your pain. Right? Create the system that remove your pain first, and after that you can move on and push hard MVPs, content, etc. But when you do this third step, I believe you will have the information needed to actually find a way to make your first product succeed. If you have all these systems in place and you have all of them automated and you are easy every day tweeting, every day spending some time on your company products, on your systems, there will be a moment where you will feel very comfortable just solving your own problems. And when you are very comfortable solving your own problems, I believe you're gonna get very good solving other people's problems. So I really create this layout for you guys and for me. Um, I don't think you should move forward without having this one. Okay, I don't think so. Please spend some days strategizing your product. Spend some days just thinking about why, the reason, um, how, the what you actually want to do. Okay, you have to put a lot of things in place to here. So if your resources are scarce, as is in my case, um, spending a couple of days strategizing is well time invested. So see you in the next video. Bye.